What's that?
I don't know.
Some dog smegma of some
I
sort.
hope not.
Or I don't mean like dog spit or something. That's what I mean.
Oh, dog saliva.
Yeah, could be anything. Doesn't have to
Could be anything.
Could be anything. All right, love. Salute, and I'm very happy.
Cheers.
Is it Sunday? I don't know.
Yes, it's Sunday.
I thought you may abstain, but I see you brought a bottle.
Well, you just never know how it's going to go, so.
You just never know. Oosh. I keep hitting that. I'm sorry. What have you been enjoying recently?
Red wine.
Yeah, but what specifically? You made me buy a case the
this
other
one.
day.
I didn't make you buy a case. I told our friend Chris at Cheers that he didn't have the Cabernet Sauvignon in the Apothec line of wines, and I guess he was a good salesman because he said, "Here, Jeff, this is what your wife wanted when all I wanted was a bottle."
Well, first, when I walked in, he said, I had my phone out because I wanted to make sure I got exactly what you wanted. And then the Marichal, he says, "Do you want a case?" Yeah. Yeah, might as well.
They knew who to target.
Yeah, might as well.
You could have called me and said, "Hey, do you want a case?" It's good stuff though, so it won't go to waste.
I have to say, I went in the back because he said he thought I had it. There was 2 cases, and he's like, "Let me find the one that's unopened." So he's looking. You can't find it. But I started looking. There's some duckhorn there. That I was like, man, I wouldn't mind drinking that. Mm-hmm. But
We used to
yeah, maybe I need to again sometime.
say it's good for your heart.
I think Crown Royal is good for my heart.
Don't think so.
Keeps me happy.
Okay, yeah. Stress kills, that's what I say.
Jovial. Hey, I want to talk about stress in a little bit. Well, not stress. Anyway, let's forget that. Let's move on. We are, if you are watching on YouTube or Rumble, I wanted to say Venmo for some reason. People have been sending me money today, and Venmo was in my mind.
Decoys.
We still haven't named the camper.
The camper.
Yeah, we're in the camper out in the shop. The camper is inside, which is
Yes.
pretty cool. Keeps it nice looking.
Yeah.
Right out in the shop at PBHQ. So that's what we're doing. And right behind me, just before we started this, I sat down on the bunk and I told you that I felt like I was in South Carolina again.
Just without 6 dogs in here.
Well,
which kind of makes it feel very roomy.
Actually, it is. And I commented to you as we sat down here, this is really, it's kind of, I'll try to explain myself. So basically, because usually I just think, you know what I'm talking about, love, and I guess I assume everybody knows what I'm talking about. But the camper is basically set up for dogs. So 6 dogs and two of us are in here, and this table's broken down, and it's a bed. And we don't ever mess with the way. Where did you put the bed, by the way?
It rolled up top.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it is easy to do, but I don't think it's easy just to convert it. But I think you think it kind of is.
I think it kind of is, but just we're in and out of here all the time. I don't know. Maybe we should try. Now that we're going back to H. Cooper and we did rent the kennels. That maybe.
All right, let's you're
getting off track.
Well, just getting off the timeline because you're going to make me talk about that, and I'm not going to talk about anything else I want to talk about.
See, he has his timeline in his head that I don't know about.
Yeah, I would say this: if it was going to be a rainy day that we needed to be in here, or it was like cold, probably more rainy than cold, it would probably be worth stowing it and setting a table up just so I'll rewind. My comment to you was when we sat down here, the thing so far that I've missed in this is a place just to sit. And yes, you can sit on the beds, whatever, but like to have, and you did buy me the little table, I think I saw it. Yeah, it's right behind you. So yeah, outside, like I do set the computer up.
Yep.
But if it's crappy outside, I don't really feel like sitting out there. So no. I do miss the, just miss a place to sit, I guess, basically.
I'll have to show you this on my Coleman 17B Facebook group.
Yes.
People, basically cut the bunks right there at the wall for the bathroom, so that became 2 shelves, and then put this great big long bench couch in here, which I think is a futon, but this was all kind of couch, and a little table. But anyway, there are options at plenty of things that people do with these little campers to make it suit them.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That's what I was going to say too. Is that it's pretty simple. This stuff is just kind of wood screwed in.
Cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap. And talking about cheap, or not talking about cheap, but talking about how simple it would be to convert. We did talk about possibly these two backrests, although it is nice right this minute to have a backrest, but probably nicer to have everything more. Could almost be one level.
Yeah.
When this is broke down in the bed, and I am in the bunk behind me, specifically, Elmer T really likes to walk past me instead of jumping down the floor. He just likes to walk right into this bed. He does enjoy that. I tell you, he's the one that really he gets up in that thing. He doesn't care. He goes all the way in the back, and usually he's pretty good about not taking up. He's not on my legs.
Wow.
When it's warm, I crack the window, just a little bit of airflow, and at the end there, Scoter hung out with me, but Elmer was the trooper that hung out with me all the time. So
It's funny though.
All right, the last time we did this, we were sitting in this, I can't say warm, but it was the sunny sandhills of South Carolina at H, the letter H, Cooper Black. And you tell the story about us getting home. How about that?
Thinking.
So we woke up. I woke up early. It doesn't take us long, really, to get cleaned up.
No.
I would say within, because we didn't much typical. Can I refer to myself as Jeffrey fashion? Just wait and do it. Instead of hooking up at night. Hey, I did have it backed in, so I could, but I didn't want to unjack everything. So I was like, hey, we'll just do it real quick in the morning.
Yeah.
And it really didn't take us that long to get going.
No. The night before kind of went to hell in the handbasket, so we didn't get much done.
What happened?
I don't know. I went for a really nice, relaxing walk and came back to you beating the heck out of the Coleman little grill thing.
I do remember that.
Yes. So that was that. And
we had to.
Don't get me off track.
Good. Yeah.
But anyway, we got to bed a lot later than what we had intended. And we were going to do a lot more packing that night. But regardless, like you said, we kind of have quickly got it down.
It doesn't take long.
Quick.
Yep.
Yeah, to break it down.
The one thing, well, two things. Number one, I was just disappointed that we couldn't cook what we wanted to cook. At hindsight, because it was turkey, it probably was better in the pan. They worked out better because the grill wasn't hot anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I was not happy about that. The cleanup, the thing that I've really enjoyed. If you don't know, I'm looking into your camera. Not you, but anyone that may be listening. Maybe listening. I'll speak definitely for myself and possibly you. We have, because of Chris the Builder, Chris Wilhelm, thank you, Chris, very much. I have, and I think you have too. I'll let you answer as soon as I say this. I'll stop and let you hear me. I've become very fond of Milwaukee 18-volt products. Yes? Yeah, 100%. So we have the 18-volt impact wrench.
Yep.
It's in this little bag. It's got actually during duck season I carry it along with me just so if I do have an issue on a trailer tire in the morning, just save me zip. I'm going to zip that bad boy off. But anyway, to do the 4 stabilizers, man, I got the big socket on it, up and down. It's good. So
that is nice.
I guess probably your more fancy campers. Probably the stabilizer electric. You just hit a button, the stabilizer goes down.
We've got to believe that. I can't say they won't roll in with a $160,000.
And they get out with their wrench and nothing.
Yeah. No, that's not happening.
Yeah, so it is a price point in this, but I love Milwaukee. So I give credit to a few times is that the Milwaukee 18-volt impact wrench just helps me a lot. Yep. I even have the lag bolts. What kind of mat would you call what we have?
It's definitely an outdoor mat. It's basically a plasticky kind of weave.
But on one of the YouTubes I watched when we were investigating all this, the fella said, don't worry about doing these stakes. You're going to run into a place where you're going to bust the stakes, so you can't get them in the ground, on and on and on. And I know you raised an eyebrow to me when I did them, but I have those 6-inch 3/8 lag bolts, galvanized, and I take the Milwaukee 18-volt, and I just run those bad boys right down in the ground.
Yeah.
So it works out nice. All right. The one thing I wanted to comment on, actually not one thing, the third thing I want to comment on, because I'm going to let you tell the story more. We got to do our first official, the Stinky Winky
Stinky Slinky.
Not really a pump out because it was just all gravity fed, but we did it in the dark. So it was kind of painless, right?
Yeah, no, it was. And would have to give credit to our Coleman 17B guru fella on YouTube because he was the one that went through the steps of how to not hold up the line at the dumping station.
Can I say at 5:50 in the morning?
There was no line.
At Cooper Black in the dark. We weren't holding nobody up. We could have been there for 2 hours, I think, and it'd still be okay.
Yes, but it was easy. Yeah, it was very easy, and they had a little, the faucet thing that we could rinse it out, and it was good. I'm going to sneeze.
Oh, there you go. I got you. Let it flow, love. Good.
You don't have to because I'm thinking about
well, do it.
Okay.
When we pinch your nose or something? No. Okay. All right. As a child camping, I remember the thing I was disappointed about was they always had, it was just this little piece of hose off the faucet, which I didn't think we really need to get our hose out.
No.
Right.
Yeah. No.
But it still worked out fine.
Yep.
Right. So that was painless. As we aired the dogs real quick. Actually, dog. Oh, what is going on here? Did that shut down already?
I can't see it.
Yeah, it's not working.
What?
What is with this damn
I think
thing?
the battery is.
No, it's not. It's.
So it's still on.
Well, the camera's on. Storage is full.
Bloody hell!
I just said this fucking thing. Well, why did all of a sudden it start to do that? This was always very good. All right, I need to probably just move on. I don't know, there's something deleted, but nope, I don't want to recover it. I want to delete that. I don't know. All right, I think I was saying that all right, we need to fix that by next time we do this because it's going to aggravate me. I did not like the grill that night, and now I'm not going to take anything to the camera.
Okay, yeah, don't do that.
But I'm close. No, I'm not close to it.
No, that's why I asked you if you've been getting emails from AT&T about a phone upgrade.
Well, I have.
So then we can make one of these current phones, our good phones, into that phone.
Well, then you should just get it. You should get the new.
Oh, okay.
You should. Your phone sucks. It doesn't. It doesn't. But
No, it's older than yours, for sure.
You're at least 3 behind. Plus, for whatever reason, when we sit at the table where we like to sit, your phone does not work there. It's in every other room.
Right.
So, all right. It's getting busy. We're going to air the dogs. It's getting busy with other people. People coming in and training to run their dogs. You know what I'm going to do real quick?
Just switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me try
I was
that real
thinking
quick.
that.
Yeah, thank you. You should have told me that. Maybe I can salvage this. Maybe I can't. Watch this go for about 2 minutes and stop.
Be full.
Well, it is full. High tech here. All right.
0.8.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
It was getting busy.
It was getting busy. We aired the dogs. Actually, it was a really nice morning. But what was the looming a possible occurrence for our trip home?
Yeah, we had every kind of weather app, looking at it for 24 hours prior to heading home, but we knew that there was potential winter storm going to be interfering with our travels. But it was suggesting all the way through, we kind of were searching different points throughout the trip on the way home to see what the timeline was, say in Emporia, Norfolk, Chickateague, where was this snow going to start for us? It said it was kind of starting in the evening. And gosh dang, if this snow didn't start coming down when we were in North Carolina somewhere.
We were about midway through North Carolina on 95.
Yep.
And all of a sudden it started to... Actually, it started raining first, but it was cold.
Right.
But it started raining first. You were in using the bathroom, I think. I was stretching my legs. And by the time you came out, it started just kind of a cold rain, and it was snowing pretty good by the time you came out. I agree. We watched the weather, and I just thought I don't want to say it was my decision solely, but I did say, hey, I wanted to stay there anyway. Let's just spend another night. We weren't ready to pack up anyway.
No.
And we just wanted to spend a night. Plus, it was cold here. So as soon as we get home, now it happened anyway, same difference. But in my mind, I'm going to stop and compose myself. We have not winterized this thing because we just bought it.
We hadn't had to. So
right. So we were new to that.
Yep.
So I thought in my mind it would be one less night of a chance of something freezing. So we were down there where it wasn't freezing, but on Tuesday night, I guess it would be, it was at like 17 here. Whereas it was probably 40 down there, something like that. So that was part of my decision, factor in my decision of like, hey, it's one less night that's going to have to be cold. So and I didn't want to go home anyway.
Right.
Not, just because more.
Well, yeah, we had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. So
just
anyway,
delaying the inevitable. But yeah, we were definitely.
You finish the story.
Yeah, looking up some YouTube videos on the way home about winterizing and what to do. But Jeff is, pretty savvy with thinking about all the ins and outs of how things are going to go down. So, we drained everything as best we could, right? We
did. Well, so let's rewind.
Go back.
Just a little bit. So I really thought, I would say the peak of the snow was from Virginia Beach, getting on the Bay Bridge Tunnel, and then the lower eastern shore of Virginia, the peninsula. That's where the heaviest snow was. And I truly thought there wasn't going to be any snow on the bridge. We get on the bridge, and first off, every place we go down there, and there's the one tunnel by, I don't know, there's the big Navy ships right by. But anyway, when I headed south, I didn't really see, I saw it, but I was like, are they really referring to us? Like, campers stop, pull in this place, and all they do is ask, is your propane turned off? Yep. Okay, have fun.
Yeah.
So coming back up, did the same thing, except she made me get out and she didn't, more or less me to touch the tank versus, So anyway, same kind of thing. We get to the toll booth for the Bay Bridge Tunnel, which I still know how much it is to get across. I think a vehicle is just $15, so I bet you it's probably a good $20.
It's expensive, yeah. My Easy Pass keeps getting dinged.
It's priceless, love. It's not expensive.
It's expensive.
So the things, as we're getting there, they were like flashing this thing, safe speeds 45 miles an hour. Like, wow, that's not really that fast. Like, and we get on the bridge, and I was like, the bridge has got snow on it.
And we were thinking that the water temps would kind of keep it on the snowless side.
So if you're not familiar with what the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel is, I may exaggerate by a slight bit, but it's basically the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia, where the bay enters the ocean, or vice versa, the ocean is the bay. There's a bridge that there's two tunnels associated with this bridge. So it's a long drive. You go in a tunnel, you're back on the bridge, go in another. You go Thimble south to north, you'd be in Thimble Shoal Tunnel first, which that's the one that they're actually putting the new tube in, widening it, putting the second tube in it. And then you go bridge through another tunnel, the Chesapeake
something.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, Chesapeake. It's got Chesapeake associated with it. Then you're on another bridge. Way, way, way back in the day, it was just one bridge that basically was two lanes, one lane each way. So they expanded the bridge where now there's two bridges associated with the total run, where it's 2 lanes north, 2 lanes south. But because of the tunnel situation, the bridges come back together where it goes 1 lane each way, and the tunnels are a little tight. Well, they're like only 13.6. The trucks we follow through, there's not much clearance between the top of the truck and
maybe a couple of inches.
Yeah. So I really thought the Chesapeake Bay at the moment, I don't know it was definitely much warmer than air temperature. So I was like, oh man, it's going to be almost like a warming effect. And it was like the further we got on the bridge, the last tunnel we came out, the things flash and go 35 miles an hour, right? And it was snowy. And then we got off, and sure enough, the roads were covered pretty good. So
yeah, they were. Yep, they were plowing and all kinds of stuff. How far can I jump ahead? Our big mission was to. We thought we'd be home like 3:00 in the afternoon, and Duke had an appointment to see Dr. Jimmy here for what appeared to be an eye issue at 5:00. So I kept watching the time, and GPS was telling us we were going to be home at 4:30, which we ended up being back at 4:30. But the camper was just a icy, snowy, covered mess, and the temperatures were a big concern trying to get the water out of everything.
Yeah, 100%. And to Duke, they even called one time and said, hey, because of the weather, if you could show up earlier, like by 4.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, we're not going to make it by 4.
Yes.
But yes, we get home, pull in here, and man, that just, I guess the snow was wet enough, but it was cold. And snow was wet enough on the roads, but the air temperature was like 22 degrees by the time we got here. So like it was just, everything was coated with this heavy. The van T350 as well as the camper just had shit everywhere on it, right?
It's a mess.
Luckily and thankfully, somehow the one on the back wall that was all turned off, but right, the spigot that is frost free, but it's got, because nothing's finished, it's just got air surrounding it. Anyway, that still worked. So broke out the hose, and I kind of just tried to just get as much shit off of because we're backing her inside, although it wasn't going to melt.
Road salt. And
yeah, but just try to clean her up some. So got her inside. By the time you came home, my thought process was there's basically leave the heat run, and we had run. Actually outside, maybe I shouldn't say this, but so there's a black water tank, basically toilet water, and then there's the gray water, which would be the shower and the sink. That's the only two sources for gray water.
We'd emptied them at H. Cooper anyway.
Yeah, but I had them, but the tank still had water in it.
Right.
So I turned it on.
Right.
And let it all run out, but as well as had the gray water open at the same time. So it was just dumping out basically on the driveway. So try to get all the water we could out of it. I did have, well, I don't know. I did have them, but I did not choose to use the air compressor line because I thought basically I had all the water out anyway. So long story short, we ran the heat on the inside. I was a little paranoid on the outside. The tankless hot water, I fired up this little GAMS little heater and just like shot it. I wasn't sure how, like, did all the water get out of it? It's got these small copper lines. But anyway, long story short, we survived. And so much so it worried me that I actually hooked the hose. But this is weeks late, 10 days later at least. We've had a really nice warm spell. And hooked basically the city water up to the line, as well as put water in the tank, and everything worked well.
Yep.
The hot water got hot.
Check for leaks. Yep.
Yeah, there's no leaks everywhere. Anywhere. And so anyway, we're all good. Yesterday at 2 p.m., it was 68 degrees, and it was 22 degrees this morning.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So yesterday afternoon, we were like, okay, we got to try to get this bad boy. We don't want anything to break, freeze. And we did use, for the first time, the air compressor line. Hooked it up to the city water air compressor. And I think everything got blown out pretty good. Dumped a little bit of the pink, not really goo, but it is kind of gooey. Basically RV antifreeze into the
drains.
And the drains, so nothing was going to freeze there. And to the best of my knowledge, there was no issues. The only issue we have had in all this, we decided, I don't know what to call it. I was going to call it the T350, but that's not what it is. Anyway, the camper only had one 20-pound propane cylinder. And amongst all this, we decided we wanted to double it up. So we got the kit. There's actually 40 two 20ers. Two 20ers are hanging off the front. And you told me this today, which I didn't understand 100% because I thought watching all the YouTube stuff, we went with a double regulator. So there's coming a line from the camper, goes to a regulator, it gets split and goes to both tanks, which evidently, for some reason, there is some issue with that regulator, the double regulator.
Which we found out this morning when we came out to check the temperature of the camper, and it wasn't running.
And I unhooked everything, tried to reset the regulator, hooked everything back up, and it worked for a minute, and then all of a sudden it didn't work again, right? So anyway, we have our two 20-pound propanes hanging off the front. We put the old line on, and now all we're going to have to do when we do run out of propane is just manually
switch tanks. Right. Not a big deal.
Plus, you went ahead and got those little gauges, so it shows us what's in the how much is in the cylinders anyway. So, not that big a deal. That is one of the upgrades. I'm going to kind of, you can stop me if you want. That's one upgrade we've done since originally purchasing. And what's the other upgrade we did? Put you on the spot. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
What the jack?
Oh, well, yes, we did put that. I think we talked about the fire we almost had. No, we
Oh gosh, did you talk about that?
Maybe
last
I
week?
didn't.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Actually, I'm not bullshitting. Can you see the white? I think it's still from the insulation.
Yeah.
That's still from the insulation. When anyway, I don't believe it was really my fault because generally, typically in wiring, black would be negative, and for some reason on this electric, in my opinion, black is always negative. My dyslexic, uneducated opinion, although I've done lots of things over the years, black would be negative. Well, on this jack, the white was negative and the black was positive. And I hooked them up backwards.
And that all went downhill very
Had an
fast.
instant meltdown. But that was before we even left, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was before we even left. So that is an upgrade that we did. The heater just kicked on. Thank you. My feet are cold. I do have flip-flops on. What is the other thing that we did?
Oh my gosh.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking about the memory foam toppers that we put on the beds, but
Oh, no.
you talk about the 15-inch. It went from 14 to 15-inch wheels.
Yes. So I'm going to feel much better this trip once we get to North Carolina that you actually can do 70, that we have 15-inch rims and tires that are a better load rate than the 14-inch rims and tires of the original equipment. So that makes me feel a little better too. So we've got that all done, and I think that's pretty much. Oh, you got what's that chopping block thing?
Yeah, so there's without the table, because it's broken into a bed, we really have no kind of flat surfaces to prep food or anything. So just got this little. It's basically a serving tray.
That you just turned upside down.
That you just turn.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it fits
Nice.
over top of the 2-burner stove here inside.
And to set this up for everyone too, it may sound strange, but in the bathroom there is not a sink. So the only sink that we have is, quote, the kitchen sink. So I guess we did brush our teeth outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the whole damn thing's not. That's not even 2x4.
No,
like a
it's very
surface,
small.
the whole thing with the sink and the burner and everything.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But you make it work.
Yeah,
We don't need anything luxurious. We just need somewhere to sleep, and then we have our outdoor, grill or whatever. Yeah, we're good.
That's good. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, that's.
Yeah.
It's just not a big inside. It's not, the camper's considered to be a 21-foot camper, but inside I think it's only 17 feet.
Yeah.
So it is definitely close quarters.
Yep.
Over your go. I'm sorry.
I would say, the best attributes to this whole thing, I mean, definitely to have a toilet and a shower in here is great, but have a freaking microwave and a refrigerator is really nice.
Yeah, the refrigerator works really well.
It does.
It'll run off battery going down the road, and the T350 does charge the battery. And or when if you want to call it shore power, when we hook the 30 amp service up, the thing works great.
Yep.
So yeah, that's actually been very nice. We did use over your right shoulder. We did use the air conditioner a few times early on in the trip last time, and yeah, the microwave works well too. So overall, it's a inexpensive. Well, I guess it could be debated. Is at the price point at $11,900. Is that inexpensive? Because we could take $12,000 and do a lot with, but this does give us a place to sleep, and more importantly, we're kind of, if you want to say, I'm going to say we're self-contained with the pups.
Yep.
Between the van, the Gunner kennels, and this, we're self-contained.
Yep.
And the generator. We have fresh water. We have a generator. The only thing I would like to do, especially, we did stay at the primitive site at Cooper Black on the way out or the way north. Possibly just get like a 5-gallon, although we did find out too, even though it's quote primitive, there's freaking water in the ground.
There's water.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I almost bought the other day in Home Depot that expandable hose. I almost bought a 100-footer. So I was thinking
That might be nice
to get it, to get us if we did do that. But where I'm going with this, if we just had a jug, a 5, I think the fuel jug. What is the brand of those jugs?
I don't know.
It was in my mind, and now I can't remember. Basically, it's kind of from my drag racing days. They're fuel jugs, but and we don't drink this water anyway. We have our drinking water, but this is like bath water and or which is clean, and or sink to do some dishes. But again, just a 5.5 gallon jug. Go fill that bad boy up, put it in the tank, and again we'd be fine. So
Yep.
I'm rambling about that. All right. I think this has been a good decision, a good choice, and it's going to be a choice that where I'm going to segue into dogs. It's going to get us. It's going to get us through the year 2025,
and then some.
Yeah, well, definitely the year 2025. What have we come up with? We came up with a new plan when things fell apart for the Master, Amateur, National.
Invitational.
I still don't know which way I'm supposed to say it.
Master, Amateur, Invitational.
Yeah, so when that all kind of fell apart, especially when we came back up, as soon as I told Rhett Riddle, everyone, Bay Creek Kennels, you know what he told me?
What?
He said, it's great, man. Now, he says, now you can focus on the Master National. Let's go to Texas. I'm like, oh, wow, wait.
Yeah.
Let's go to Texas.
Well, no, your first thought was like, I can't because my season's on.
Well, I was like, yeah, it's a great idea because I'm thinking, oh, it's September. And then I really looked. I was like, it's October 30th to November 9th. I'm like, fuck. November 9th, there's like one day my season opened up. And because I was like, it was like the peaks and valleys of all this, right? So like, yeah, this is great. Let's do it. Yeah. It's really not that far. We drive to PEI. The PEI is 20 hours. Giddings, Texas, 24 hours. We've done that. How many times have we drove to 20 hours?
Yep.
And we're even longer when we come home, right? So that's not a problem. We can drive that. And less populated as far as going up the Northeast. So in my mind, this
traffic-wise,
is going to be a little bit easier of a drive possibly as far as population and traffic goes. I'm like, yeah. And like Rhett's like, yeah, man, yeah, we'll pre-train. This will be great. This will be great. I was like, yeah. And I was getting gas somewhere, and I think we were talking to Fred Perini, and I was like, anyway, I'll get to Fred in a second. Freddie. I said, Fred, I can't go, man. It's duck season. He's like, oh, I forgot about that. But in this last, and I was very dejected, like for 2 or 3 weeks here now. I've been very dejected because I was like, we can't go. And one of our little morning meetings that we do, sitting inside, got on there. I was like, Kern, wait a second. Duck season doesn't open till like the 16th. There's another whole week. Monday is Sunday. Monday is Sunday. Man, I am.
Monday.
Please, I'm not even, this is my very first. Monday, Sunday. November 9th is Sunday. I said Monday, Sunday. November 9th is Sunday, and my season doesn't open till the following Monday. So we got the whole week to come back. So it could take us, I'd like to get home in 2 days or 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but like we got plenty of time to come back. So I was like, it's on.
Well,
so then, go ahead. What? I'm sorry.
No, it's exciting. We just have to do what?
Well, so then it's on. So now I'm back on Entry Express, and I'm planning all this shit out. We were already entered by a couple days. We're good to go. It's been long enough with Scoter. We're going to be good this coming weekend, which I do want to get into our, not this week. Yeah, I guess it is this weekend. This coming week's travel. But then we were like, wait a second. Now there's a double in Emporia. But then there's one in Georgia. So maybe we should go to Georgia, do the midweek master, come back to Emporia, do the double. And you were like, no, thank you. You were like, let's do this. Let's do the Emporia. Forget about Georgia. That's a further drive. Let's do Emporia, Virginia. It's a double. From there, let's go down to Cooper Black again. Let's hang out for the week, train a little bit, and run their master. So there is actually 2 coming up at Palmetto, Rhett Riddle's club. Then we have 2 at, and I'm going to time out here. Scoter needs 6 passes. She needs 2 passes to be a master hunter, and she needs 6 to qualify for the Master National in Giddings, Texas in October, right? So, in theory,
she needs 4 more.
If things go well, this coming week she'll be a master hunter. She'll get 2 passes, she'll be a master hunter. So if she gets her 2, she needs 4. So then we go to Emporia. We're going to do the double. Well, thank you. Not you, but so there's a double there. So if that happened, then she has 4. Then we drive a couple hours south, hang out in Cooper Black. We're going to run another double. That's a possibility of 6 right there.
Yep.
And we're not even into April yet.
Yep.
So this shit's happening.
Yeah, and then you looked at, potential tests we could run in April, but again, can't bet on it, but hopefully everything, goes well. We can take April off. We can focus on decoys and whatever else needs to be done around here. And then May.
Or, love, we could go back to Cooper Black at the end of April, and there's another double. The Sandhill Club.
Okay.
So there's 8.
Yeah.
That she needs 6.
Yeah.
And then, then we have local. Mm-hmm. And then what are we going to do? No, time out. So here is the other.
We haven't broken the news to our friends up there yet.
No, we haven't. So we're about to. But wait a second. I want to rewind a second. So not only Rhett put the gumption of like, hey man, go to Texas. I'm like, yeah. What's Freddie telling us? Well, I don't know it's going to happen, but he says I think I'm going to be judging Giddings, Texas. So you got to come. You got to come do the Master National. I'm like, fuck, we do have to go.
Yeah.
So anyway, congratulations to Freddie, along with all the other judges. It was announced, I don't know, Thursday?
2 days ago.
Yeah, Thursday, that all the judges are set for the 2025 Master National in Giddings, Texas. And Freddie made the cut, so congratulations, Fred Perini. Congratulations to you, our friend. My sir, you sir, your sir, whatever, but congratulations. So yeah, so we're in my mind, we're going to Texas.
Yeah, I think we have to plan on it because, apparently it's a little hard to find accommodations there right now, so we need to get on it.
Look, we have this right here.
I know, but even
we can sleep in a Walmart every night.
Oh, no. I'm sure people will be, though, it's as booked up as it is.
You're damn right they will be.
Okay, so, yeah, we do need to definitely make plans as though we were going to go.
All right, well, I think I'm going to, I bet you, I know somebody that they're gonna rent a house, and I bet you if the property is big enough, there's probably room for our camper to sit there.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. All right. So that's the Master National plans for Scoter Dog. Although she's only a senior hunter at the moment, I have big aspirations for her. Trying to get her registered CKC, which I've had to jump through a couple loops with the old Mac Man project. I called and there was a nice lady. She's like, it's not a problem at all. So I called and I didn't talk to the same lady, evidently. And she's like, oh, you got to go in here and do this. So I went on to do this, and nope, this is not right. That's not right. You need this, that, the other, and the third. So I think tomorrow's going to happen. Tomorrow, the last little piece to the puzzle. Can you talk about the microchips to everybody? If you have, I'm looking at the camera. If you have a dog, is your dog microchipped? Yeah,
which I personally would recommend.
I'm not, okay.
But I would recommend everyone microchip their animals because I think most places are well rehearsed in if a stray dog comes into their facility that they all get scanned these days. You hope. I would think. Anyway. So, Scoter came to us microchipped as an 8-week-old pup. So apparently the earliest recommended age to microchip a puppy is 8 weeks. So she was microchipped already.
I'm doing a timeout to you because this is not my world, so I don't understand yet. Do I know what a microchip is? Yes. But what you're going to get into, I don't understand it.
If I'd known we were really going to go into this, I would have educated myself a little bit more, but they did change the frequency of the microchips at some point, and I would say it's 2025. I mean, it could have been back in the late 1990s, possibly, or early 2000s, to an international frequency chip, so that dogs that are microchipped with these ISO chips can be picked up by a microchip scanner that in any country, Europe, Australia, Australasia, United States, Mexico. So Scoter has a chip, and when Jeff went and submitted to the CKC all of her information, they said, hey, her chip is not ISO compliant. She needs to be implanted with a chip, and it needs to be a letter written from your veterinarian to basically guarantee that this is the dog, this is the chip, and her identity is what would be the word? Her identity is
Legitimate.
is confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. It is what we say it is.
Yeah. So she has a 9-digit chip currently, and I spoke
15?
to Avid, and I think it needs to be 12 to 15. I think is the number for an ISO compliant chip. So the guy at Avid was very, very helpful. She can have 2 chips. They're going to add the second ISO chip to her profile, which then I'll, of course, do on every microchip company and make sure she's registered everywhere. And then Jeff can get that submitted. So Dr. Jimmy is going to go ahead and put in the chip that I actually have. We bought 10 chips for the litter we bred. We had 9 puppies, so I have a chip left over, which is ISO compliant from the AKC Reunite chips, and he's going to allow us. He's going to implant that tomorrow.
Yep, Dr. Jimmy Tragle, Whaleyville Veterinary Hospital.
Animal Hospital.
Can
Yeah.
you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Can you put it on the back side of your neck? Every time you move, I'm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just hear this. I still hear it.
Yeah, it's here. It's on the hood.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the problem I had last time. And I stopped moving and I look weird.
No, then put it back out front.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, but put it out front and you'll be fine because it's coming across here. There you go.
I'll just pull this over here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, thank you. It saves my ears.
Yep. Yeah, so it's been a learning experience, but anyway, the last piece of the puzzle, and we'll get it registered up there.
But
why would we want to do that?
But, love, I was about to ask you that. Why do we need to register CKC?
This is your area. This is your desires.
Not being cheap, but if we want to run anything in Canada, she does not have to be CKC registered, but each time they're charging us like a $15.97 CAD, which in US dollars is probably $9.50. If it's 15, I don't know. My math, I'm not good at math. But anyways, I'm being sincere. I'm going to be sincere. It's just going to save a couple bucks. I have no idea what it costs. Maybe I should have looked. I should have looked to see what does it cost to register CKC. But if it's $100, that's going to outweigh. First off, it's $100. Canada CAD is going to be that. I think that's like $73.82 USD. So a couple bucks there. But yeah, we don't need. She does not need to be CKC registered, but I thought it would just be wise to get her CKC registered because we have aspirations to run Scoter in the 2026, if I'm alive then, which I hope to be, fingers crossed. Here, I'll take a little drink, just make sure I'm going to be alive.
Better be.
To health, drinking to health. In Ontario, we want to run with all our friends from Canada. We want to run the Canadian Master National in the year 2026. But short term. Okay, so remind me of the short term thing. Okay. I talked to Surf Scoter yesterday morning. And I was like, man, it's not even March. Well, it was March. It's March 1st. And I already feel like time is flying by. Like, it's not even really spring. And I'm thinking, like,
I would agree.
It's just things are flying by. And he kind of questioned me, like, yeah, why? Like, what's what? And he agreed with me. There's things he wants to do. What?
Nothing. I'm just cussing. Because I can hear it too.
Yeah. Sorry for everyone if that's bothering you, but I definitely picked up on it a while back, which I should have said something sooner. But you were on your little groove, and I didn't want to mess you up. But he's like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I maybe this whole dog, timeline, like the dogs have got me, like it's going to be September, like next month, September, which it's not, but I'm kind of feeling like that. And then, you know what I admitted to him?
What?
I said, when I turned 50, I said, it didn't bother me. But I said, should I say the number? Because I don't really want to say it.
I already did already.
When did you say it?
Last at the H. Cooper.
So I said, my birthday, I'm going to be 60. He's like, when was your birthday? I was like, no, it's next month or 2 months from now. I said, but I maybe like 50 didn't bother me. Maybe 60 is bothering me a little bit. And like, he's like, well, like, what do you mean? And he did tell me, he's like, hey man, he's 10 years behind me. He said, I'm going to be 50 this year. It's like, well, like surf scooter, it didn't bother me. Truthfully, it didn't. But it did put on the horizon that the ending is probably much closer than the beginning at 50, right?
Yeah.
You're, I'm going to say you're halfway through, but you're probably more than halfway through.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, but it didn't really bother me. I was like, 50. I got my 50s. Well, I don't have my 50s anymore. Here comes 60. Now, we just watched on YouTube. I'm going to go off on this really weird tangent. What did Jimmy Spencer, NASCAR fame, Mr. Excitement. What did I say he was?
66, I think. 67.
Like, damn, he looks pretty good for 67. So maybe, yeah. And do I got a belly on me? Sure, but like I'm definitely active, and he kind of looks the same, So like maybe it's not that big a deal. But I don't know. I'm going to rewind and just say, for some reason, I think time is flying by, and whether it's this timeline with the dogs that I want to accomplish certain things, which I want to come back to accomplish certain things. What did I just say?
Accomplish certain things.
Accomplishing certain things. It's just, I think maybe it's a combination of everything, which I'm excited about it, actually. It's like, I'm excited about it. I'm not sad. I'm excited about it. But
get it all to happen.
What's that?
If we can get it all to happen.
It's going to happen, love. Are you with me?
Of course I am.
Then it's going to happen. Okay. All right? If you're with me, it's going to happen.
Ooh.
So, we did see our friend Walt Vesey in Boston, Georgia, which I don't think we talked about that on the way out. I know we didn't talk about maybe we did. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But been talking back and forth with him because Scout, much like AKC, because Scoter has nothing else. She is going to need to have 6 passes to be a master hunter, a Canadian. I don't know if I say Canada.
I would say Canadian master hunter.
Maverick, Cobra, Sweet Polly, Maddie. Do I say a Canadian master hunter or a Canada master hunter?
Canadian.
Canadian?
Yeah.
We don't say America or American.
American master hunter.
American.
Like, would Canadians say?
That's what
she's
I'm saying.
An American master?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to ask.
I would say Canadian.
All right. So I don't know what the proper terminology is, but for her to be a master hunter in Canada, she needs 6 passes. So I was like on this thing of like, and here's the beauty: a Canada test weekend. They actually, because of the requirements, the amount of dogs they have, they actually do a double every weekend. So I'm thinking, well, there's 3 weekends. She's a master hunter in Canada. Well, if she passes everything. I'm not being arrogant, but so in amongst all this, I'm texting back and forth with many different people, and Walt even texted me one day. He's like, "Hey man, like just so you know," she's like, "if she's a AKC master hunter, all she needs is 2 passes. She doesn't need to be a master." I'm going to say Canadian. She doesn't need to be a Canadian or a Canada titled master dog. If she's a American titled master dog, she needs 2 passes in Canada to qualify for their master national. He's like, don't sweat it. Like, just you can do it. Like, do it next year. Come up and so anyway. But in amongst all this, what we're really trying to explain, which is probably getting very sordid if nobody's really following along with what I'm saying. In the end, mid-May, end of May, what are we doing?
So there is potentially 3 weekends in a row, right, of Master Hunt tests starting in New Brunswick.
Well, technically, there's 4 weekends.
4 weekends, okay.
And not to correct you, there's 2 in Nova Scotia. So,
sorry.
I don't know, like, let's say mainland, it's going to be, this is my, from a way analogy. There's like the mainland Nova Scotia test, then out on the island of Cape Breton test.
Okay.
The next week, so that's 2 weekends. The next weekend is the PEI test, and then the following weekend
is the New Brunswick and Moncton.
Exactly. So there,
Okay.
it's two in Nova Scotia, 1 in PEI, Prince Edward Island. For those who don't follow along with what we're saying, or don't follow along with me.
It's in Sydney, New Brunswick.
And then Cape Breton, or is it
Cape Breton is
Okay.
in
Then
Sydney.
the other one, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't followed that one at all, actually.
But anyways, it's the first going in. It starts in Nova Scotia the one weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to call it Cape Breton, which is
Yep.
still Nova Scotia.
Yep.
Again, PEI in Moncton. So anyway,
Okay.
what are we doing?
We're seriously considering entering her in these hunt tests and doing the big long trek up there and
Love.
what?
There's field trials involved also.
Oh God,
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey.
That's what we train daily here.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's,
When did you decided now was a good time to break this to me?
well, it's the same weekend. It all happens at the same time.
Oh.
It'd be much like, well, not, I can't say it's like when we ran the double seniors and a master, but it all happens in the same weekend.
Yeah, that was ridiculousness.
Yeah.
So
So what are we doing?
can I drop
look,
something on you?
Here. There, I just turned my mic off.
No.
Go.
Can I drop something on you? A thought that ran through my head
there
talking
gonna
about the timeline of all this.
Is there going to be a Pitboss Junior that I don't know about?
That bloody better not be.
Oh.
But
I thought that's what.
no.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
No.
Be a 60-year-old
Can you
newborn
shut
father.
up? You make me break out of the sweat.
Love your nose. Actually, I do see some right here. I do see. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
drop-
she's in heat now. March, April, May, June, July.
She's going to come in once a year.
September, October. I hope so, because that would really suck.
Well, first off, it's taken her 23 plus months for her to come into heat.
I know, but
Okay,
we don't know.
She's going to be
It's
once a
problem.
year. Okay. So good.
Let's say she's every 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Oh, I just pulled my cord. I'm sorry. I don't think she is. I think she's going to be once a year.
I hope you're
Is
right.
Rye once a year?
No.
Huh?
No, Rye is like every 6 to 8 months.
So in July, Rye was in heat?
No, it wasn't in July. It was actually... I'd have to look at my calendar.
I don't know about
No,
that.
it was... I want to say it was like... Wasn't it right before we went to Canada?
I don't think
It
so.
was.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Sweet Paul, if you're listening, which I believe you might be, I just did a hard look to see. There's a case of Crown Royal Black 175s in here, and I had plenty of ice, but I may be empty. I'm trying to look to see.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to
They're,
crack.
they're up there.
I don't
in
want.
that
I thought there may be one that's opened already.
I thought there was
There
too.
should be one
but
that's open, but anyway.
No.
All right. So
drink.
So let's stop. So are we going to try to do the Canada, the maritime hunt test / field trial deal?
Well, I was only informed about the hunt test, so
Well,
I haven't.
Okay, it's all in the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
but
you just blow it off.
dog event.
Okay.
So sincerely, in all this, there's a qualifying stake on PE. There's a qualifying stake. Cape Breton, I believe there's an amateur, but everything else is master hunt test.
Isn't she going to lose her little mind doing all these
I
tests?
don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but anyway, are we going to try to do this?
Canada thing?
Yeah.
Just broad stroke it. And yeah, I would love to see Cape Breton. I've always wanted to see, ever since we've gone to PEI, that was kind of been one on my bucket list. So yes, I would love to see it. And I think it's kind of cool, but we're going to tow this thing up there.
Yes, we definitely towing this with us. Are we going to try to? I don't know the ferry system. I think if we do all this, I think we should try to take that ferry across.
All right.
If it's running.
Okay.
I think it would be a cool trip.
We need to plan
Yep.
this out because I think you need to kind of book well in advance.
Okay.
Reserve.
Well, I think what we recall from December, like the ferry system is very much in question there right now.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be really, really cool. I'm sure it'll still be on the colder side up there that time of year. I haven't
What?
really looked. Yeah, I think it'll be kind of maybe.
I don't think it'll be cold though.
Maybe in the 50s.
Well, that would be welcomed if it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to look.
All right.
But regardless, it would still be an adventure.
Yep. So instead of doing and we have to really kind of rewind back. Instead of doing something for my birthday, May 4th, this is going to be in lieu of.
Yes.
Or this is going to be like a
Yep.
birthday trip? I don't.
Kinda.
What is it? I don't know.
Yeah, because we get to see our good friends up in Canada, and we'll maybe go out and have some fun with them.
we have birthday cake in Canada.
We can get you a birthday cake.
Can we find ice cream cake? I'm not doing sugar right now, though.
I know, but we make exceptions on birthdays, so
Right,
I'm sure Judy would have some good intel for us on a good ice cream birthday cake place.
Well, as long as there's plenty good protein, we wouldn't.
We always have good protein.
Well, we wouldn't necessarily need that much sugar. But all right, yeah, I think that's first time we've actually publicly talked about that. Maybe.
I think so.
And
yep. So G off. Guess what?
Sweet Polly.
We're going up.
I don't know if Matt Wilson listens to this podcast.
Come on,
Wilson,
Matt.
Matt Wilson, do you listen to the Pitboss podcast? Brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Fuel your adventure at mymollys.com. MYMOLLYS.com. Molly's has big news, but I can't say any of the big news yet.
Why would you say that then?
Because there's big news.
I hate when people do that.
Well, I'm sorry, love. I'm one of those people.
Have big news, but I can't tell you.
Well, it's not me. It's not my news to tell. It's their news.
Why would you even bring it up?
Because it's big news.
Stay tuned.
It's big news. It's exciting news. Which actually is going to fall on us coming back from the Master National in Giddings, Texas in 2025, right here the same year. In October, actually in November. But, yeah, we appreciate everyone at mymollys.com. Molly's Place Sporting Goods is easily found. Well, currently, you see my eyes? Currently, it's easily found in Kennedyville on Route 213 on Maryland's Upper Eastern Shore. That may change or it might not change. I don't know. I can't speak.
This is how rumors start.
I can't speak. Rumors are good, love. Love. What am I doing?
Stir in the pot.
Stir the pot. Get it all cooked up good. All right, anyway, sincerely, we appreciate everyone at Molly's Place Sporting Goods, mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com, where you can fuel your adventure. Love, we have a new partner, which you have not researched yet, but it's going to be so easy. This is a no-brainer. We have a new partner here with us at the Pitboss podcast, or on the Pitboss podcast.
At PBHQ.
At PBHQ. It is DeeMaxx, DeeMaxx.com. And, love, I've been using their products before, not before I knew you, but before I was with you. Before we had physical contact. All the way back December of 2010.
Okay.
December of 2010. What are they? They are the best, in my opinion and application, they are the best stainless steel caliper brake discs, disc brake calipers, calipers brake disc for saltwater. I had them on the first Loadmaster trailer made in Port Clinton, Ohio, on the old 25 duck boat in December 2010. That sounds weird for me to say. I have trouble saying it. 2010. Yeah, and currently on the world's largest duck boat, which is right outside here, on the Loadmaster trailer, again, we have all stainless steel disc brakes from DeeMaxx. If you have we have these little drum brakes on this camper. If there was any way, which I think there probably is a way we can put the DeeMaxx brakes on here, but that's way down the road. But if you have any need for trailer brakes, doesn't matter what the trailer brakes are, specifically in our case, duck boat applications that are in the water daily or saltwater. How good, truthfully, I'm putting you on the spot, but how good do our saltwater brakes? How good do the disc brakes look on our saltwater duck boat Loadmaster trailer?
I mean, you've shown me when you've taken them off. They always, brake pads, of course, have got wear, right? But the caliper,
caliper and the rotors
looks good.
They look like I can't say they're brand new.
No,
because they got some use on them, but there's no rust on them. So
no.
Anyway, we appreciate everyone at DeeMaxx, and if you've been following along, the last 2 times, specifically on Instagram or on our socials, we did the 2 pork butts. Where did the pork butt rest?
In the DeeMaxx cooler.
It's a badass cooler.
Nice cooler.
Yes, it is. The cooler went with us. It went with us on our trip last time. It's going to go with our trip this time. Basically, it's a 30-quart
Is it?
I should know better. I'm gonna. It's more than 20. It's a 30-quart routed, molded cooler that's on wheels, and it has a nice extendable handle, and it is their cooler exclusively. So please go by and check out our good friends at DeeMaxx, DeeMaxx Brake Products on Instagram and Facebook. That's our social media, DeeMaxx Brake Products, and or just DeeMaxx.com. DEXX. No. Now, maybe the crown is kicking in. It's DEEMAXX.com. So we appreciate everyone at DeeMaxx Trailer Brakes. Thank you guys very much.
You.
They are our new friend. Well, actually, old friends, but professionally new friends. Let's say. So.
You've always, well before they.
Before I was with you, love.
Yeah, but
love, before we kissed.
You have confidently used their product.
Before we kissed, I used their product.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, and they've kind of recognized through social media when you've always done your videos, you never asked for anything.
No.
And they've kind of recognized your efforts.
Thank you.
Yep, and we do appreciate that.
Chuck, we appreciate you at DeeMaxx.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, love. So let's just rewind. I just talked about kissing. Like, there's no Pitboss Jr. coming, right?
Stop.
You said you want to drop this thing on me, like.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to burst your bubble with, Scooter coming in heated when she qualifies for the Master National.
Oh, all right.
That would blow.
All right, up next for the Pitboss podcast are our very good friends at Crabs2Go, crabs2go.com, easily found on Route 50 and Route 589. And love, we've been doing all these pork and beef. I am feeling like a little seafood fix coming on.
Okay. I'm not allowed it anymore.
Do we want to talk about that or not? All right. Anyway, Karen supposedly can't eat seafood. I don't know. I'm getting older. She's getting older. I don't know.
Stupid. Getting older is just stupid.
Well, it happens to us every day, love.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what my knee tells me.
So is there some kind of seafood you can use?
I will just eat it anyway and pay the consequences.
Use. Enjoy.
Indulge.
Yeah. Anyway, our very good friends at Crabs2Go. If you're halfway close to Ocean City, Maryland, first off, if you're halfway close to Ocean City, Maryland, you need to stop by right here at PBHQ and say hello to us. But you need to stop by and visit our good friends at Crabs2Go, easily found on Route 50 and 589, West Ocean City / Berlin, crabs2go.com. We appreciate Crabs2Go.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Up next.
I think I was actually daydreaming about the single fry oysters when you were talking about them. I was like,
I just shook the whole table.
That's a shellfish. It's not really a shellfish. What is it?
Oyster or shellfish, love.
Okay.
Oyster live in a shell.
Yeah.
Hence, shellfish. Does Getting Texas have any good
protoplasm?
Does Getting Texas have any good seafood?
I would. I mean.
No, they're kind of inland, but I do say this.
I'm always highly suspicious of inland seafood jobs. Just saying.
1, 2, 3 times I've been to Texas, El Campo Teal. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go we have to go by El Campo to get to Giddings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that trip. I think it'll be fun. It's areas that I've never seen. We'll be really close to New Orleans, which has always been an interest to me. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, we have to go right past.
Yeah.
To me,
depends which way we go, right? Because there's a couple of different routes we can take.
I think we just get down and go on Route 10, and you go past Lake Pontchartrain. I think it takes. We're not going to go well, maybe you can say, hey, way over there is downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the whole that it's below sea level thing. That just is kind of interesting to me.
Well, speaking of Texas, I did text. If anyone knows the name Quack Rack. Actually, the rack. That's another whole thing.
I almost brought that up before.
That is the missing. I won't say the missing piece, but that is the piece of the puzzle that needs to go before we go to Canada.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need a trailer hitch on the back of the camper so we can slide in the Quack Rack basket, and that's going to help us out. It's going to help the generation not behind the covers behind you.
Yeah,
I can see Westinghouse. Anyway, reached out to Garrett Walker, Quack Rack, and he's basically we're going to go past his place. He's right there in Houston. We had to go past Houston to get to Giddings, and it was nice to kind of catch up with him the other evening. So, all right. In amongst all this, to get the dogs to Giddings, Texas, Gunner.com. Gunner Kennels, man's best kennel, man's best bumper is what is outfitted in the Pitboss T350. So,
yep, with buying the camper, the configuration, nothing's changed for the dogs as far as the Ford Transit T350 goes, or the 350. These dogs have it made, I swear to God.
And specifically, well, maybe we shouldn't say this, but because he has not been in his gunner the whole time, but Duke is still kind of recovering from his cancer surgery on his front leg. So he has been in and out of his box just because he wants to.
On the travel, yeah.
Just because he wants to freaking tear off his bandage.
Yeah, tear his bandage and start licking the wound, which is delaying the healing significantly, but.
He's a big dum-dum, and he is stupid, so.
We tell him that all the time.
If you're looking for man's best kennel to travel, specifically in an open vehicle, but the T350 is enclosed, so we use them in there too. But go by and check out gunner.com. We appreciate everyone at Gunner. Gunner Kennels, gunner.com. Up next, love, which I talked about, DeeMaxx. I was looking, there's a bright light out there. DeeMaxx trailer brakes on the Loadmaster trailer is what the world's largest duck boat travels on daily, and that is Duckwater Boats. Duckwaterboats.com. Punishing the docks and rocks. Steve Hoover. You taking a break? Steve Hoover is, well, the shop's in New Philadelphia, Ohio. I truly don't know where Steve Hoover lives, but the shop, because I've been there, the shop is in New Philadelphia, Ohio. So, if you're looking for that duck boat that can punish the docks and the rocks, you need to call Steve today. He just sent me some footage which I put together. He said he was like into like delivery dates, like he was already into 2026.
Wow.
But he had a couple of boats done, but like as far as if you wanted a new boat, you were into 2026.
Wow.
So we need to get Steve on here. We need to get a lot of people on this podcast. But Steve really wants to do a podcast with Rod Merritt of eiderpro.com and Kenny. Without my phone, I can't look at it to see his last name. Anyway, to do basically 3 owners that own the world's largest duck boat. All three of us have a 32-foot duckwater boat.
We need to get this whole Zoom thing.
I'm trying. Yeah, we do. Yep.
Zoom thing done so that y'all can listen to someone more interesting than myself with Jeff. That's why I was talking to my friend, or our friend, Geoff Wood in PEI. He was he was suggesting
Cobra,
some people for us maybe to have on the podcast, and we need to make this happen. It's kind of, if you want me to take on this whole thing to get this sorted out, I would be happy to.
Well, please do. You've been doing an excellent job. Speaking of getting things sorted out, our Constant Contact newsletter, as well as everything else, you got. I don't want to say too much personal information, but you got that old thing printed out. I already saw you got it filled out. For what? Oh, it's not?
What are you talking about?
BOC.
Oh, I started to.
I saw that. Yeah. They're saying thank you. That's what. That's high on my list tomorrow to get done. Yeah,
but I'm glad you brought that up, that newsletter, because if anyone does want to receive...
That's what I wanted to bring up.
It's maybe not. It's semi-regular monthly newsletter. Yeah. Please throw me your email address. You can text me, DM me, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. Just give us your email address and we will add you to the list.
Jeff's phone number is all the way out there. So just send it through and we'll add you to the list. All right, you can always unsubscribe at any time.
All right, so I don't know that I finished it, but Steve Hoover, thinking of you we are, Duckwater Boats, punishing the docks and rocks, duckwaterboats.com. Up next, Duck Blind Bistro. I thought about them yesterday. I guess I was sitting carving. I just was thinking about the season coming up. They've got their dates. They're going to have, well, I don't want to jinx this because they had a really awesome time in October. Mm-hmm. But I think they have better dates in November this time. So
they were a fun group.
It was. The Ultimate Outdoor Oven. Duckblindbistro.com. Check them out. I jokingly said, because I'm not doing any carbs, but this morning when I cooked the sausage, like, hey, love, you want to do some biscuits?
I didn't know if you were serious. I couldn't believe that you would be serious.
Well, when I pulled the drawer open and looking, there's two things of biscuits.
Yeah, their expiration dates are yelling at me.
Yeah, no, maybe we should just take them to South Carolina with us, and somebody
Just cook them for someone.
somebody's like, "Hey, do you like biscuits? Here,
Yeah.
eat some biscuits." We like biscuits too.
I hate wasting food. Is my big issue. So yeah,
Right. So we
cook them for
all
someone.
right. So let's take the duck blind Bristow.
Yeah.
Help me.
Duck Blind Bistro.
Yeah, I was pretty close to that.
Yep.
Let's take it to H. Cooper Black.
Yeah.
This coming week. So
Maybe
we appreciate.
Jean might like.
Yeah, she might. We appreciate everyone at duckblindbistro.com, the ultimate outdoor oven. All right, up next, love, which we had the ultimate Bluetooth speaker, because that's what I think they should be called. We had it along with us on the last trip. We're going to have it along with us on this trip, except I got to pull it out. Been carving those decoys. I'll say this. There's certain, I guess it's the way they upload podcasts. There's definitely, I've noticed or I've found a big volume difference. Not from, let's say, from my phone to the Turtle Box, but I guess evidently how certain podcasts are being recorded and or uploaded.
Yeah.
But we love Turtle Box audio. We have I looked at the one in the 1.5 over by the F350, but currently the one we keep charged up, and I've been using is the white Gen 2. So
I can take the other one then.
Just do it.
Just take it.
Yeah. So one of them, I can't remember which one it is, but I smashed the charger.
Yeah.
So we need to get a new charger. I don't know if it's a 1 or a 1.5. And maybe it's not the same charger.
No.
They're different chargers.
Yeah, with the upgrades, they have not kept the same charging ports.
Yeah. But their official tagline is Live Loud. TurtleBoxAudio.com. We appreciate everyone at TurtleBox, so thank you very much.
Yep.
I won't say a partner, but basically, I'm sitting and looking at a box of bismuth over your shoulder. Is there still a shotgun up there, Lon? Oh, Karen likes in the camper, so maybe I shouldn't tell people this. But Karen takes her 20 gauge shotgun with us when we go camping.
You never know when you might need it.
We don't go camping, we go traveling.
We travel.
Yeah, so we travel. So anyway.
And I don't have a concealed carry license, so it's the next best thing in my opinion.
Well, I'm looking at a box of bismuth over you, and it made me think of Heavy Shot, is the maker of the exclusive Molly's Heavy Hammer Chesapeake. Comes in 12 gauge, comes in 20 gauge, and it comes in 28 gauge. It's BBs and 1s or 3s and 5s. HeavyShotAmmo.com. Check out mymollies.com to see the Heavy Hammer exclusive, Molly's exclusive Heavy Hammer Chesapeake. So, HeavyShotAmmo.com. Pitbosswaterfowl.com. I think it's 14 days left next year.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, we actually booked a couple.
Yep.
Christmas Eve and the 23rd. I was kind of hesitant of like just booking the 24th, and I booked the 24th, and then somebody the next day say, "Hey, do you have the 23rd open?" Bam, yes, sir. So we're good to go there.
Yep. Mother Nature, please be nice.
Yep. That does it for all our partners, love.
Okay.
Definitely a big shout out to our very good friends at DeeMaxx Brake Products.
Yep.
DeeMaxx.
Welcome aboard, and thank you.
DeeMaxx.com. All right, I don't know where I was. I don't think I think we were trying to finish up Canada. Yes. Which, man, so now over a week ago, I'm trying to get a freaking estimate that I would have left it if somebody said, "Hey, I don't know, how much?" They said $300, $400.
To do what? Just make sure you.
So what we need to do is we want to put the Quack Rack basket that we have. That usually is on the T350. We took it was when we went to PEI. It was on the back of the van.
Yep.
We want, and again, it's a very inexpensive camper. The bumper on the back is not super heavy duty, or the stinky linky. What do you call it?
Stinky slinky.
Yeah, that thing. It's in the bumper.
Yeah.
It's not heavy duty. No. But anyway, I want to add the basket on the back so we can put the generator, the Westinghouse, the 4500. Watt. I think it's about 120 pounds. We could put a couple other things out back too. So I want it to be able to hold probably 300 to 400 pounds comfortably. And if he took anyway, I took the camper somewhere last Monday. If he told us something halfway decent, I would have said, "Hey, let's just do it." I even I'm looking at it right there on the ground. There's a bracket. I say, "Hey, you can use that receiver. Just weld this thing here, there, blah blah blah." And I even called him this week and say, "Hey, oh yeah, we'll get back with you."
Yeah, it's just a welding place up in Delaware.
Yeah.
We were kind of really hoping it would be done before we head south again.
We don't need it this time because we're not taking anything.
No, but it would have been nice, though. I would have used it.
Yeah, a couple things would have been out back.
Yeah.
But it is not a need, not a want. It's a must to go to Canada. To go to
Texas and Canada, yeah, official.
Well, Canada first off.
Yep.
So let's speak about Canada for a minute. What are we doing all 4 weekends? That's a month, love.
See, you just sprung it on me. I need to look at my calendar. I need to plan. I need to
Easy.
look at locations. There's a lot that needs to happen in my brain before I say yes to that.
Well, I thought we were doing Cape Breton for sure.
Yeah, Sydney. Yeah.
Yep, and then PEI's next weekend.
And then potentially Moncton.
And just on the way out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing 3 weekends.
Yeah, but you had said we may not need to do Moncton.
Well, I don't need to do it in the sense of if she has, again, like Walt did reach out to me. He's like, man, if you have a AKC master title, all you need is 2 passes.
Yeah, and if she gets it, we don't have to, money wise,
Well, if that's the case, we shouldn't do any of it and just go, we need 2 passes. We go to Ontario next spring, get our 2 passes, and we don't, I thought this was about my birthday.
Oh, see, this is how he manipulates me. This is how he manipulates.
I thought it was about my birthday.
It's always about you, love.
No, you made it about me.
You made it about you.
You made it about me.
No, you said, well, it's like my birthday trip. Yeah, okay. All right. Yes, we can make it.
No, I think Cobra said, oh, why don't you come to PEI for your birthday?
They were the ones that way back suggested that we celebrate with him.
All right. So anyway, I don't know. Like now I'm confused because I thought you were totally on board with everything. And now
I was. The whole trial thing. You said the field trial thing.
It's the same different. You're not going to know if she's entered in a junior, senior.
Yeah, but how does that add to her allotment of master passes?
Well, I don't know what that means.
It was all about gaining master passes up there to qualify for the Master National up there, right?
No.
Oh, because that's in the following year.
I guess honestly, and Walt he set me straight, but I thought she needed to be a CKC master hunter.
But she doesn't.
No, if she's an AKC master hunter, she needs 2 passes.
In Canada.
We need to go next spring. Regardless, we need to go to Ontario next spring to get her qualified for their Master National.
Okay.
Regardless.
Okay.
Regardless.
I need like a 3-year planner.
I hope I'm here in 3 years, love.
You better be.
I hope I am.
It's too much that we have to do.
All right. Are we done?
Yes.
You have anything you want to add?
No. I know you just uploaded a podcast, and this will go get uploaded within the next week, probably.
I'm gonna when we step inside. I'm gonna start working on it instantly.
We would maybe we've kind of reached out to a couple people that will be at the hunt test
this coming next
weekend. Yeah, which I'm kind of excited. I might get to meet Uncle Bob. Maybe.
I think you're going to.
Yeah, because Lone Duck, Bob Owens.
Lone Duck Outfitters.
Lone Duck Outfitters. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see him, maybe do some training with Rhett.
Well, Rhett led me to believe that we will share some Crown Royal Black this coming weekend.
See, that's what it's really all about. It's just like the hunting with you is all about good times.
Well, that's why it's
the same thing.
Well, that's where we're going to go do the Maritimes.
We're going to have fun.
Cape Breton, PEI, and Moncton on the way out. It's just about having fun.
Moncton. If we can cut back on the money and still have the fun, that's good.
Can I tell you the best thing?
What?
Here, both sides will understand this. What a master test in the United States, what are we paying for a weekend? But basically,
with entry fees, a single test.
Well, the actual club fee is $110.
Yeah.
And you get dinged $7.95 or something, Entry Express. Do you know what a master test in Canada is? I think we're going to enter a double master on the weekend, and it's going to be less than 1 U.S. test with the exchange. $45. So
wow.
Times 2 minus or times 75%.
Wow.
So there. I just gained us, didn't I? Yes.
Stop.
Thank you. Thank you. See, it makes it easier, doesn't it?
I want to say, be good if the Canadian dollar stayed the way it was, but it kind of affects the Australian dollar too. So I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. All right. I guess I hope he's still listening. On the horizon, sweet Paulie McKinnon is going to arrive here with Jackson. He's going down to do his
And he's going to stay with us in this
I think
luxurious
he's gonna
accommodations.
sleep right behind you. Or he can stay anywhere else he wants to stay. This won't cost him anything. Right. So he's going to go down with do the boot camp with Kevin Sheff. I think he's going to go over and hang out with Adam Campbell, the Doghouse podcast, for a week or so. Lauren Longevain, and then on his way back up, he's going to swing in here. So that's again like may has nothing to do with my birthday, but man, I just feel like time is going to fly by here so fast.
No doubt.
So fast.
Yeah, we kind of, I don't know.
All right.
We have years to make up for.
Yeah, 100%.
Blow off.
What?
I said that was a blow off.
What, me saying, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I want to change subject. King Eider.
Yes.
I'm so happy with those things.
Yeah, they do look.
Yeah.
They're
at least
shaping up nice.
The heads in the first one that I actually made. I haven't done all of them yet, but there's going to be many available because really only one spoken for. But,
and the common Mergansers there's one left of those, right? Or is that spoken for as well?
I think they're going to end up being. I'm going to cut another body, and I think we'll definitely 100%. There's one, and if I cut the other body out, there'll be two available.
Okay.
Common Mergansers. So.
Yeah, nice.
I'm happy with those too.
Yep, that's an order for someone. Yeah. King Ida is a request. It's an order.
A bunch of Barrows Gold Eye cut out. I don't know, 9 or 10 of them. 6 are spoken for, so there's a couple of extra Barrows Golden Eye there too.
And then teal. You'll probably make more teal.
Well, the teal are sitting there. I just need to put them together.
We need to get more cork.
Yep, we're going to do that. What'd you say?
We need to get more cork.
Caulk?
Cork, like cork. Cork. Shut up.
How do you say it?
Cork.
How? What?
Shut up. You know what I mean. Like the wine cork. This cork. We need more cork. But
I'm not even going to say
support my request for Jeff. I want him to make mallard because I think mallard, is a popular duck, popular decoy, popular duck. I would love for him to make some.
I have made them.
Yeah, but when? A long time ago.
I think there's a couple. Oakview Farms, I think there's a couple sitting back there, and there's one that's not associated with his order that's available.
All right, well, make some more.
That big old black duck body I did.
Yeah, black ducks.
Well, I did one in a mouth. Plus, I have to cut it. I am this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this week. Although I did think Tuesday go to Greenwood. How far is Maryland for me to go to Cork?
Yep.
But anyway,
it's just a Greenwood. I keep meaning to ask where it is.
No, it's not.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No, it's not. Does this work? No, it's not going to work. Anyway, man, it's got to be another good hour drive.
Okay.
But I thought since we're already up that way, maybe we should just go get it. But no, we'll wait till we come back.
Okay.
Wait till we come back from South Carolina, and I'm going to make a cork run.
Cork. How do you say it? Cork.
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 Yeah. I keep
cork.
this.
It's cork.
What? So you pointed to the bottle, right?
Yeah, this is a cork.
This thing from Saturday Night Live keeps popping up where they were cork suckers.
Cork suckers.
Yeah, you have to suck the cork.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my goodness.
Is it Sally O'Malley?
No.
Oh, because she's 50.
But it seems to be there's heterosexual and homosexual cork suckers.
Oh, okay.
They make
You'll
wine.
have to show me.
They make wine.
Okay. It's dangerous area.
Well, if you
I will look it up.
cork suckers, just check it out on.
All right, will do.
COCK.
Cock.
No, not cocksuckers. Cork. 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 They're already. Can you see the similar letters? I can say cork or.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
Alrighty.
Or maybe I'll just cut all this out.
Yep.
And maybe I won't. All right. Thanks for following along with us. We appreciate it. It's been. I've enjoyed this. It's not super hot in here. It's not super cold. But
I can't wait to go on that trip again.
I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, love. I love you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Puppies. Well, hopefully the puppies last junior.
Oh yeah, the puppies are in a junior too.
Yep. This weekend
on Sunday. So we'll see. Hopefully the junior judges know their rules this time.
Yep. I'm running.
And Karen's going to run them. So.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
We could switch out last minute if I get too nervous.
You'll do well. You'll do well. It's all good. All right, love. I love you. Thank you very much. As always, this is the Pitboss Podcast brought to you by our friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. And
thank you, Molly's.
Thank you, Molly's. And thank you. Here we are.
Cheers.
Boom.